because a 2-inch driver is too big to cover a big area. Normally these kind of systems are run with a 1-inch driver, but what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring the spherical horn section as low as possible, so we have this immediacy, the clarity. And with the 1.5-inch driver, we could run the system down to 700 cycles. The trio with the 2-inch and the bigger horn goes down to 600 cycles, so it's not a big deal, but it's the same. Please don't understand me wrong. I don't want to compare trio with this. This would be totally unfair. But I just want to show you the DNA. It's the same concept, a little bit different dimension and cooked together, but it's the same technical concept. What is the bottleneck doing this? The highest frequency point with 1.5 inch is at 19 kilohertz. Then we have the cone break up. So the system runs very flat to 19 kilohertz, but if you want a 20,000 hertz speaker, you have to buy the trio or the mezzo. This will not be able. But we believe this is not so important. It's much more important to bring the horn section as low as possible. The high frequency range of normal people are anyway will end at 15, 16 kilohertz. Mine, at my age, probably at, I don't know. Anyway, so what you can see is the same concept. So this is a two-way system. In total, we have a sensitivity of 98 decibel, which is very, very high. This is accompanied by a subwoofer. I was asked, I think by you, this 18-inch C18 subwoofer is running with it. Yeah? very important because that's where the dynamic comes from. A normal three-way system with 8-inch or 10-inch woofer, the moving mass of an 8-inch, I believe, is around 30, 40, 60, depending on what driver, grams. The 6.5 inch is optimized for low weight. It has 12.5 grams. So this is roughly 3 to 4 times less than a conventional system. So which speaker will accelerate faster at 60, 70 hertz, the heavy one or the light one? It is clear this little speaker will outperform every conventional system from 60, 70 hertz, just because the weight is so low. The same applies to the 1.5 inch. It's 2.2 grams. 2.2. This is nothing. So this gives you this immediacy. Then secondly, logically, we have the horn, which increases the radiation impedance, which reduces the movement of the membrane, etc., etc., etc. So let's go now. I spoke this now in the subwoofer. We use an 18-inch. This is a very heavy driver, and everybody would say, Holger, what are you telling me? This is so light, 2.2 grams, and here we have a very maybe with 200 grams. But keep in mind, in low frequency, the physical rules are totally different. In low frequencies, this runs, the crossover is at 50 hertz, so this runs really only low, low, low. It's not like the mezzo, where this bass section has to go up to 200 hertz to match with the horns. It's only here to 50 hertz. And in low frequencies, you have to replace an amount of air. Yeah, let's say 100 milliliter. So I have a small driver, let's say 30 hertz. This small driver will run backwards and forwards 30 times per second. This big driver will run 30 times per second. The speed will not change with the size of the driver. It's the tone which we so. But the travel the driver is totally different. The small driver might have to travel 10 millimeters to replace this kind of amount of air. So it will go very fast. The speed of the small driver will be much, much higher than a big driver which only has to move 0.1 millimeter. So in low frequencies, these rules are different. The more membrane area, the better. Like your customer in São Paulo, the more bass runs he can put, the better it is.
Yes.
Really. It's very clear. It's
Very
just
clear.
determined by the size of the room and the amount of money you are prepared to spend. But it will, if you have two, it will be better sound. If you have four,
Oh, yeah.
it will be better sound.